A sitting management update. So as COVID-19 is winding down, meaning the restrictions and so forth, people are heading back to work. We're finding that a lot of people are not heading back to work, right? We're still sitting at home a lot. And some people, if they're working in an office environment, they're still sitting at the office. And of course, we have commuting. So commuting is just more sitting, okay? I have companies, again, hiring me to do sitting management webinars and Zoom meetings and so forth with them to try to help people avoid chronic injuries and problems from the sitting deal, okay? So if people have decided to sit at home, or that's what their companies have dictated and so forth, people are getting better desks, better chairs, and even sit-stand desks at home, but we're still finding a lot of problems with headaches, migraines, neck pain, carpal tunnel syndrome, pins and needles tingling in the arms, shoulder pain, back pain from prolonged sitting without breaks. You could have the perfect workstation. The desk is ergonomically set. You could be sitting and standing. You could have a great chair if you're still sitting, but still run into problems because we're just not designed to be sitting for 8 hours or 10 hours without taking frequent breaks. So that's the key. I want to go over just a few high points of what I'm finding can really help people that are going to be sitting for their job, and a couple of things that have been missed. Now, number one here, this is the most important thing, is an effective reminder to get out of the chair. You know you. A lot of people have wearables now, and they'll tell me this is buzzing and ringing and burping and everything else to remind them to get out of the chair, and they just ignore it. It just doesn't seem to be enough. So you need a better, effective reminder to make sure you get out of the chair and do your work. Some of you, if you're at home, this will work for you. You set a timer in the kitchen. You set a timer that's going to go off away from you, forcing you to get up to go and change the timer, reset it for 30 minutes, more on that in a second. And then, well, you're already up, so you might as well do a purposeful stretch, right? Okay, so having a timer or an alert that's away from you. Some of you know if you set your cell phone and you set a timer, a countdown timer for 30 minutes and it goes off, you just click it off, sit there and keep on working, forget to reset it. 2 or 3 hours later, you forget to get up and you've missed those break opportunities. Setting something away from you has been a really important key. I do that when I'm at home on the weekends. I'll set the kitchen timer, 30 minutes, and that's the key. 30-second break every 30 minutes. 30-second break every 30 minutes. So you're already up, you take the break, and the second portion of that is, well, what are you going to do on that break? Getting up out of the chair is great. Do a purposeful spine stretch. If you watch my show at all, I've gone through dozens of stretches that are really effective. You might already know some from training, from yoga, from physical therapy, from your chiropractor, whatever. Just rotate through the stretches. If you have any questions, go to my YouTube page. Tons of recommendations there for you. If you have any questions if the stretches are appropriate for you, check with your healthcare provider, your chiropractor, your therapist, your medical physician, and check with them. So what you would do on that break is you would take your 30 seconds and maybe you do a few twists, 3 or 4 of those, 3 or 4 of these, and an extension stretch. That's your break. Go back and work. The timer goes off. You get up. You reset it for 30 minutes. You do some more stretches. Maybe you lie on the ground on a yoga mat, carpet, and you do some knee rolls, knees to chest. You flip over. You do a cat stretch, child's pose, whatever it might be. If you watch my show, you know tall wall, you go find a wall, do a posture strengthening exercise, and so forth. Maybe you just do some calisthenics. You can do some jumping jacks, walk in place, and so forth. The stretches are endless, but the key is, number one, to have that effective reminder to make sure you get up, get yourself out of the chair. Number 2, some sort of a purposeful stretch or moving your body in a way that will break up that sitting process. The third thing I want you to think of is this. Do it all day long. All day long. If you have an 8-hour day, 10-hour day, 12-hour day, whatever that looks like, keep doing this. Repeat it. Start with the first hour. Don't wait for 3 or 4 hours in and say, oh, I need to start taking breaks because my neck is stiff now and I've got a headache brewing and my lower back hurts and my sciatica is working up and so forth. Stay ahead of it. Do it all day long and you'll just feel so much better at the end of the day. So stay up on it. Keep the breaks consistent. And lastly, we've actually worked this in when I've been working with other companies and my patients in my office. Number 4 here is now it's a water break. So particularly in the winter, but a lot of people, I would say again in my office, 80% of people are chronically dehydrated. We're just not drinking enough water. So you can take this sitting break as also a water break. Sip your water, keep track of where you are, and again, of course, if you're on medications, check with your doctor first before you start really cranking up your water intake. But that is a great reminder. I'm going to take that break, I'm going to move my body, I'm going to do a purposeful stretch, I'm going to do that all day long, and I'm going to be drinking water during those breaks to keep that going. I do recommend, and you can look at my prior videos on water, that you know how many ounces you're taking in per day, and if you have an 8-ounce glass, maybe you check them off in a checklist, or do something on your phone or computer to keep track of how many glasses you've taken in. So this little strategy has worked so well to keep people flexible, moving, and more like this as we get older instead of this. Sitting management, very important. I'm Dr. Scott Fuller.